Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Chimmel, the GOAT of ring announcers. And you're listening to the Marks Podcast on YouTube.
It never gets old, you know that? I know I've said it like a billion times, but fucking Tony, I love you. And I love you for having to put up with this guy for fucking 20 years.
He actually goes back to work next week after his hip surgery.
So what makes him so much better than you? I mean, seriously. Like, he doesn't complain, doesn't bitch, goes out there and does the job, and you, every fucking day, it's something new.
Tony Chimmel, not complaining. Yeah, okay.
I see, and you slander his name. What the fuck? Like, he's not talking shit about you, but you over here just like running him into the mouth, running to the ground.
Well, he had to get the hip surgery because he carried the company on his back.
Well, had a hip surgery, but being your friend, having to carry your ass all those years.
Oh God, you're a funny guy.
The conversations I've had with him and you tell a completely different story.
Yeah.
Did we ever tell that story on here?
Yeah, we have.
Okay. No. The one where he told me to go face you. Don't ever fucking call me again.
And you know what? It's funny, right? So I got a wedding invitation from his kid this week, okay? And his kid actually spelt my name wrong. So I called him up and I said to him, if I didn't know your kid any better, I know there's a rib being played on me, right? And he said, oh man, I'm sorry he got you. I said, no, if it was anybody else, I'd be upset. But knowing your kid, he's like, he probably said, spell his name wrong on purpose.
You hear this? For the record, the Hector virus shirts are available in the shop, and they're fantastic.
Look at what Lee said about Chimmel. Chimmel getting hip surgery is like the curing of sore throat. Can you feel love for the man?
I said hi to Tissa.
Am I being hurt?
I said hi, Tissa. Yes, I did. Tissa, I said hi. I just said hi.
Wait a minute, hold on, Dan.
Yeah.
I did not know your voice would go that high. And straight from the dead.
Have a good night, everybody.
Well, Dan's Jimmy Hart now.
Yes, I'm Jim Norton now.
Dan's Jimmy Hart now, apparently.
Yeah, baby, we're gonna get some things done.
Welcome back to the show.
Hey, he is from the South, and he has a mouth.
I don't like where you're going, especially with you two. I don't want to hear it. I know.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. What's going on?
Welcome back, Jacob.
I mean, look, if you ever saw Legends House, man, the care that went into Jimmy Hart's hair, like he had all. It's like I got a whole routine, poo poo. I got it's my special formula, which was literally like hairspray and like fucking
and jizz
oil in like a bottle.
Oh,
this is the hair formula.
He did not just say jizz.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
No, it don't work for me. I'll tell you right now.
The fuck? See, this is him.
That don't work for me.
This is the thing about Gerard. He wants to be a cowboy so fucking bad that he is the worst fucking fake Southern draw I've ever heard. Again, but what do I expect? Again, I've said it once. I say it every episode. This is the same guy who wants to see The Miz wrestle a cardboard cutout of himself and thinks that's going to draw fucking dollars.
I would watch.
Hey,
don't
now
you
listen, we're
dare.
getting close to that. We're getting close to that becoming a reality with the shit that they have Miz and Kit Wilson doing. Like, we're getting close to
Wait, weren't you the one who was all over Kit Wilson's codpiece the last time you were here?
Hey, listen, Kit Wilson rules. I think that. I mean, it's every Beatles, every band needs a Ringo, and Kit Wilson's carrying the Miz around, and it's just there'll come a time where Kit Wilson gets his shot at the belt.
What belt? The women's title?
No, I'm thinking the Divas Championship, the butterfly belt.
Bring back the butterfly. Hashtag bring back.
Hey, listen, that would be a great gimmick again. Like,
Your toxic
one day it'll come out.
masculinity. That's what you bring head. Jacoby, this toxic masculinity.
Oh yeah, I'm very toxic.
I'm gonna write a fucking poem about
the reason
you,
why my lights are off is because my light bulb went out, and
You're too lazy to
cheap
change
for
it?
a new light bulb.
I mean,
What's up?
You're just too lazy to change it.
Too lazy to change it, and I'm too cheap to buy another one. All right, that's money that will go towards baby bottle pops. I bought some baby bottle pops today. I haven't had those since I was like 12, so bought like 3 of them.
I'm thinking a light bulb is $2, and he's buying baby bottle pops.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's money. I bought some Airheads too. It's great. They have a new flavor now.
Bullshit, Mary.
I mix. Yeah, no, I mix the mystery flavor with the blue flavor sometimes, like because they're taffy, so I can meld them together. I once made a pipe out of Starburst though, so that works. But yeah. Again, I'm back on the show, everyone.
He has a lot to make it up to do, people. Please don't mind him. His opinions are not so much the opinions of the.
No, but okay, but that's something that's how we should start the fucking show. Last week I went on a bit of a tirade, right? I was a little pissed off, got a little tired of the fucking bullshit of trying to fucking let's try to be correct for everybody, and I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm so fucking trying my damnedest to fucking be nice, and you don't want to piss off the E, and you don't want to piss off them, but I got to a point I don't care. And you know who else didn't give a fuck?
Me?
No one cares about you, Gerard. Don't you dare start with him. He just got back. You leave Jinder Mahal out of this. Ludwig Kaiser.
What's happened with him this week?
Oh, don't. Okay, Jacob's dad.
Listen, if there was ever a time to be a fan of Ludwig Kaiser, this is it. I mean,
hey, listen,
again, I thought,
confused Tessa. I got to tell you this right now. That is probably one of the best comments we've ever had.
See, he can't.
Confuzzled.
I think he can't read either because it's confused. Tessa. Hey, Tessa. Hey, Tessa. Tessa.
Well, I mean, Next had a great, event on Wednesday. Or Tuesday. Sorry, Next is on Tuesdays.
Next. And now you're
Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo is still their champion.
I think we had a Freaky Friday situation where they flip bodies.
I think so.
Did we see did you guys see a gender bent Piper Nivens match on NXT?
The new guy the guy from the Indies. Okay, so before we get to that, and I do want to talk about that, we are going to talk about the fucking, as much as y'all want to glaze over it.
The elephant in the room?
I told you not to talk about me like that. Ludwig Kaiser got into an altercation with one of his, neighbors?
Yeah.
Fellow resident. So apparently he was in an elevator. This is the story. This is one side of the story. That was an elevator being overly sexual. Yeah. And then his neighbor said very politely, be respectful. Have some manners. And Ludwig got out, paintbrushed him a little bit, punched him in the face 3 times, gave him multiple concussions, sent him on his way, and went back to kissing this random woman.
I just want to say it's Florida. No one has ever said, please have some manners.
It's fucking Florida, bro. So now I'll let you come back and tell us the other side.
Specifically Orange County, Florida.
You did this. You did this. Come back and tell us what else happened. What was the other side of the story?
I didn't do anything. That's the official police report. Because in the official police report, Mr. Richard Reaper said that it was Ludwig Kaiser with a white female. Anybody who knows anything about Ludwig Kaiser knows that he is dating an Hispanic woman.
No, he's not. That is El Grande Americano.
Is that the guy with or without the neck tattoo? I can't keep up.
What the fuck happened to Gerard?
I don't know.
Jeez. He couldn't handle the the truth at the moment.
He could not. So the unofficial victims report not the official police report, states that they were in the elevator, affectionate but not.
Trips, you're a little quiet.
Not aggressively making out. And that when he got off the elevator, he said that he would call ICE on that bitch. And that's when he got out and beat the shit out of him.
Now, hold on. Time out. Now, I know Gerard's answer. You know my answer. So, Jacob, let's say that you're lucky enough to be with somebody who could put up with your bullshit.
He's lucky enough to be with somebody. That's all you had to
put up with your bullshit.
Look, it's his first day back. Let's be nice, boys.
And they come up to this person, who I'm assuming is probably like a Brie Bella type, who's Hispanic, and says,
Chelsea Greenish. Mm-hmm.
Maybe some Chelsea Green in there, and tells you, get a fucking room and call ICE in that bean burrito.
Wow.
What are you going to do, Jacob?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
So first of all, I'd be like, well, you got to call ICE on me too, motherfucker. That's my heritage. I would say that. Number one. Number two, I'd be like, get on another elevator, you fucking weirdo. Like, what? I mean, they were on an elevator when this happened. And again, if this is what they were doing when they're in the elevator, after Kaiser did all that shit, imagine what happened when he went back to the room. Because again, Kaiser fucking turned himself in.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. No, Kaiser, again, this is a situation, again, like all the fucking weirdos on Twitter immediately jump to, oh, there goes his push. It's a domestic situation.
And every woman, female wrestling fans going, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. And literally, like, Kaiser, he turned himself in after the fact.
No. Hold on. Let's backtrack. Because before it came out, everybody was like, did he beat the shit out of that Mexican announcer chick?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just, shows how fucking weird wrestling fans are that they immediately jump to that conclusion.
The one thing we talked about is it's very nice to hear a guy defending a woman instead of attacking a woman.
Yeah. I mean, again, like everything that has been said about this. And again, you watched the reaction Kaiser got yesterday when he came into Mexico,
yes.
Man, that motherfucker was in tears. Like the crowd was in tears. They were throwing off.
We know who's losing their mask, right? We know who's losing their mask.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's, again, this will just make Kaiser a bigger babyface because again, like there's a lot of these stories about wrestlers getting arrested for battery. Like five times out of 10, it is a domestic issue. So
yes,
I don't really get. Yeah, I got that.
Jacob has recovered.
I had a little bit of ligma.
Look, well, hold on, Jacob. Let's not lie. We've already made merch for it. We've already made merch. Jacob has recovered from the Hector virus. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Hector virus shirts are in the shop. There's a 2-pronged thing. We're here to pay for Jacob's medical bills.
Hector Guerrero really did a number on me, and that's really I got the Hector virus.
Yep. Hector virus shirts are in the shop.
Hector I know
if you get a chance, please check that shirt out. It is literally Gerard going like this. He's wearing it right now.
Honestly, though, Leland kind of has a point because, again, like
Chad Gable should not besmirch the name of the greatest luchador of all time.
Well, and literally, like we got these imposters coming in, two big dudes wearing masks. They're calling themselves Los Hermanos Americano, and I don't like it because they're just disrespecting Bravo and Rayo.
Watch this. For them to unmask El Grande Americano. Not the original, that piece of shit, but the real El Grande Americano would be like taking a native-born Indian man like Jinder Mahal and forcing him
to be Canadian
to eat their food.
Now, listen. I mean, we can't really just talk about greatness without we really have to dissect this because if we're in a world where Baron Corbin can come back to WWE, we're now in and Enzo and Cass again. I love Enzo and Cass, but why don't we bring back the first Indian-born WWE champ. The first Indian-born. They said it on TV. It's
Native
Indian. Yes, native
to Dubai.
Indian.
I'm sorry.
You know, we need him to come back. We need Randy Orton's greatest opponent to come
The
back.
greatest rival of Randy Orton, the guy who put it into the
greatest
tyranny.
rivalry he ever had. Ladies and gentlemen, throw up the palms. Say Shanti. It's Jinder Mahal. Now,
What I
will
find
say-
crazy, well, you just brought up Enzo. I think you cracked me up when you said this. You
can't
come
wait.
all the way back. You come all the way back from AEW to be with your wife. To be with your wife. To think that you're going to get over because there's only one guy who understands your strange gimmick, your super serious cerebral gimmick like Triple H, only to get fired and then to bring Enzo Amore back.
I mean, listen, it writes itself again. If we have Enzo and Cass come back, and we have Baron Corbin come back, we're in 2016 WWE all over again. And again, I say have Baron grow back his hair, have the fucking long, stringy, balding hair. When he won the Money in the Bank,
no, Baron, rock the skullet. Be the next.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's funny because when he won Money in the
Hulk
Bank,
Hogan.
they had to Well, when he won Money in the Bank, they had to draw a hairline onto him. I remember this because they put out programs, because WWE still does that program thing for the live shows, and they showed Baron Corbin Money in the Bank winner, and you could totally tell they draw it in his hairline. It's just sad.
But to be fair, I like Baron Corbin. He
I love Baron Corbin. Don't get me wrong.
Love him to death.
But we're getting Baronhausen very soon. I think that the clone that Danhausen is making is going to be Baronhausen. Or Omoshausen. I would love that. We could put Omos in the fucking Danhausen makeup.
Wait. Hold on. So you're wanting them to put Omos in whiteface?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Go all the way with it. It'd be awesome. Fucking, again, when
Hold
they
on.
had that segment with Danhausen.
We have a super chat. Thank you, Chayton. Thank you, House of Chayton. That $2 is going to go to getting Gerard the medical attention he needs for his Alzheimer's. He is the progenitor. He is subject 0. He is the birth of the Hector virus.
Oh yeah. Bohausen. Oh.
You weren't here last week, but I wanted to ask you, Jacob, what do you think of the Minihausen match?
I'm glad El Torito is still getting work after all these years. I'm glad that again when you do something like this, they built up who's going to be the partner, and everyone was thinking it was going to be Punk or someone else, and I'm like, okay, let's say if they had Punk out there, if they had Punk with the goofy Danhausen makeup, it honestly would have worked, but realistically there's no other draw to Punk and Danhausen other than that they're friends outside of the fucking wrestling. So realistically, this was kind of the only thing that they could do. With the mini. Well,
at first I was a little annoyed because you are expecting something bigger, right? When WWE says, "Oh, a mystery partner," you get excited, not even for the match. Who's the mystery partner going to be? But the epiphany I had during the middle of the show last week was, why? Why do we need that? This is, do we need anybody taking the role of Danhausen? Do we need anybody taking the place of Danhausen right now? Or should he be the center star?
I just want to say that came off as sizest. You were expecting something bigger.
Here's the thing. Even when they did,
Would have been the first time you heard that.
Well, even when they did the deal with, when they did the deal where they put the fucking the mini person, I almost said midget, but when they put the mini person in the little box.
Oh, I got it.
They were going to do the clone thing. I thought that's where they were going to have a big tall dude come out, because Danhausen put him in the box. That would have been funny if they had just he was mini and then he instantly got taller. That's where you should have put Omos in there, because it would have been funnier. It's oh my God, he's a clone and he's 7 feet tall and now he's black. That would have been great. That would have been something special, And
the sad part is what you just said would have been hilarious. Problem is, we're in 20.
They would have done it. They would have done it back in the day.
And listen, in 2026, that shit don't fly.
Hold on. Do you hear this? Do you hear dad and son over here fucking coming together with
Get
the
out there, Junior.
It's great. Well, again, like I could just see them doing that, like even in 2006 or something like that. I could hear Jerry Lawler right now. Oh my God, he's black.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Puppies.
Wait.
Oh
So
my
you're
God,
saying
what?
Jerry Lawler in 2006 would have been checking out Omos's tits?
No,
Yeah.
they would have tried to do it with a woman. Puppies. They would have had Jacqueline do
Or
it.
they would have done it like they would have had female housing out there.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Great.
Chayton, Gerard is 2 weeks' dad.
Hey, first of all, I'm not. My name ain't Gerald.
Yeah, I don't know who Gerald is.
You're right, exactly.
His name is Gerald Bix.
That's what we do. He got that chin. He got the Sergeant Slaughter chin going on. Leave me alone.
And you got you got the brother love red face.
But I love you.
Oh my God!
Don't
Again,
get me
like
going.
I love it. Like again, Brother Love. I can never like again. Brother Love was okay, but
Bruce Pritchard's a piece of
when he's introducing Paul Bear for the first time, it's just so like
Brother
man.
Bearer.
Oh, it does says Brother Bear, and then it's just like like
No.
multiple times over.
If you're gonna fucking do it, you have to add that little like when you know how Gerard adds to everything. That's what he was doing. That's why they're so alike. Brother Bearer.
And it was
let me put it
horrible.
like this,
And then,
man.
Bruce Pritchard going on here like, oh, Brother Love was a character on his own, but we had to get him away from the Undertaker because the Undertaker needed a manager. And then it's just like, what?
Hey,
No one cared about Brother Love. No one's ever cared about Bruce Pritchard. The only person that ever cared about Bruce Pritchard was Vince and Bruce Pritchard's mom.
Which I never
Yeah, that's the
understood
only
the point of Bruce Pritchard. Now, Dr. Tom Pritchard, his brother, motherfucker, was a hell of a trainer.
Well,
Wonderful mind.
and I will say,
And just seems like a nicer guy. Like Bruce Pritchard just seems like a fucking chode.
Well,
Like,
I'll
every
put
time
it
you
like
hear him
this.
talk.
Kurt Angle's very first match was against Dr. Tom Pritchard.
Well, and that being said, we've had other brothers. Think about this. Road Warrior Animal, he had the distinct honor of being the brother of one of the dynamic dudes who would go on to start the revolution that was people power.
Power to the people.
Oh, hey Vince, can you send some shit photos?
We're talking about fucking Johnny Ace. If you don't know who we're talking about.
And last Sunday night I was actually watching the history of the Legion of Doom on A&E.
Oh,
And
I
then-
thought it was going to be like on my xylophone or some shit like
No, and they were talking about how, Hawk and stuff like that. I will say this. When you go
that. Can't
back
put that up.
when you go back and look at some of the greatest wrestlers there were and how their inner demons got the best of them.
He beat it. Hold on. What you watch? Watch your tone there. Hawk went through hell. Hawk got through it.
His inner demons got the best of him. What did he die of?
Hear me out. His wife has gone on record and talked about this because this is one of those stories that I followed. Because I loved Hawk's character. I loved Hawk, the wrestler back in the NWA. They were everywhere. They won every fucking title. They were if not, they were the second greatest tag team of all time. But when he died, and I think you will get a kick out of this because I think you'll think it's sweet. His wife had been asking him to clean out the garage, and he finished cleaning it out, and he goes, "It's done. I love you."
They were moving.
She had asked him to do that, and she came on and she said, it's like God gave him the time to do that because he knew I couldn't. And he died. He died at peace. His body was ravaged from drugs, absolutely, but who wasn't doing drugs back then? But he died at peace.
All I'm saying is, look at the guys.
How we going, Shaden?
Look at the guys, and you say, too many superstars. And I'm going to say superstars because they were. even though today everybody considers a superstar, the ones that we really grew up with and admired and stuff like that, look at the amount of them who actually died way too early because of the extracurricular stuff they did with their bodies. Let's just call it what it is. Okay?
And I get that, but it was a different time and a different era. No different than what you and Jacob were talking about earlier. You can't have Omos come out in whiteface. Somebody will say something, and why would y'all make him do this? Back then,
I mean,
it was the
I'm
Wild
saying
West.
this right now. It would
they still have the
been
Piper?
great. Would have been great.
Do they still have the Piper video to where he dressed up in blackface against Bad News Brown?
No, but Bad News Brown just went to the Hall of Fame, and I have no idea why.
I mean, do we remember the artist formerly known as Gold Dust? I mean, he was coming out in blackface like every other week. I mean,
That's gold paint. That was him trying to. Okay, what the fuck, Jacob? That's not even the same thing.
What is Corporate Retreat?
It's a movie.
Oh, sorry.
well, listen, the Road Warriors. I haven't got a chance to see the new biography. I think there's definitely other like the Road Warriors. It's really just a sad story, especially because of like how. Like towards the end, Road Warrior Animal, like he, especially like right before he died, like he was out there, like he was doing all these cameos, and like he kind of like had like a like a kind of a third run for himself. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of sad. And I don't know, was it his wife that came out recently and said that like she wasn't a part of the documentary, or I don't know. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I think like it was Road Warrior Animal's wife that just came out.
He passed away in the last couple, or not last couple of years, but Hawk passed away first, and he said it was probably his wife who said it.
Hey, I got to tell you guys one thing. If you got the pleasure of watching AEW Dynamite Wednesday night,
Here it comes.
that was the same building 33 years ago where I did my last match, where I worked my last show. Okay.
Wait a minute. I have to apologize because I thought he was going to say something
I'm
shitty.
sad. I'm
And
sad that AEW didn't put a banner up on the screen.
Yeah, I know. They should put a banner up that says,
Well, I know, but I was.
you know what though? Why it was though, Gerard? It was a special night for me as well because I got to see the greatest referee in the business right now go out there and show you how it's done.
Yeah.
Aubrey Edwards.
But now,
Thank you, Aubrey. I just want to thank you for everything you do.
Continue what I was saying on there. Okay. In the local market, they put somebody on a television show to promote the show that was happening in Portland, Maine.
Terry Funk.
This guy was just too hot for the show.
Scotty Too Hottie?
There you go. He actually went on the local news channel to promote the show. Building seat 7,000, 2,900 showed up. And what I can say about that is this, okay? In the defense of AEW, Portland, Maine is a, how can I say, damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of town.
What Gerard's trying to say is Portland, Maine is a shithole.
And no, I will not say that.
He said it to me off the air.
Hey,
Gerard has said nothing but horrible
Dan,
things about
hold on.
Portland, Maine.
I will say this.
My two lesbian friends just moved out to Portland, Maine, and they said they love it out there. So.
Hey, Dan, I will say this. When you come up to Boston one day, we will have to go up to Portland, Maine just for the lobster.
I don't like seafood like that. You can get her a lobster, but I'm good.
I'll put it like this. You'll change your mind when you have a Maine lobster. So I'm just saying.
I don't eat the roaches of the sea, but carry on.
Oh man, you shut your mouth, man. Lobster is delicious.
I was gonna say, hold up. But see, it ain't that rock lobster that she might be used to.
Wow.
Or not an ear rock.
I'm uncultured
lobster.
swine now. How the fuck did that happen?
At least it's it could be an ear rock lobster. America. Dang, 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 dang. It's an ear rock lobster.
What I'm just saying is the fact of I found it very. It's been about 30 years since that building in Portland, Maine has done any TV for wrestling.
And just because they were coming back to the building that Gerard Millette did his final show.
No!
They had to,
Listen, it's going to go back to what we talked about last week about not giving us country bumpkin's ass about offending anybody. And I need you both to hear me on this one.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
This was the building where a certain person in a lawsuit said that somebody harassed them long after that person had left the long after that person had left the company. That's
You talking about that toothless fuck's brother?
No.
Who?
I'm talking about one of the so-called plaintiffs.
Oh.
Said he was
a friend of the toothless fuck.
No, never. I don't even know if this kid ever met that guy.
Oh.
I'm saying is though, a guy who I knew by name, and I told somebody their name for a certain interview.
This is why I love John.
Just so you know, Maine is also the second largest Somali group in the country too. If you know what's going on in Minnesota, you know what I'm talking about.
Fucking here's Gerard. First he's all fucking, he's blowing the pipe of Maine. Now he's like, the Somalis are there. The Somalis.
I only know anything about the Somali pirates because of the Deadliest Warrior episode. If you guys remember that show back on Spike.
I'm the captain now.
You know what? Hey, just so you know, the reason why they all run up to Maine, because I'll put it like this. Anything east of Interstate 95 in Maine is all the water, so it's all beautiful. Anything to the west, you might as well be
We just lost our main demographic.
No, hey, you might as well be stuck in the middle of like a Laredo, Abilene.
Hey. You watch your mouth.
I'm just saying is you can be stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Or Amarillo, Amarillo, Texas. That's another.
Well, he won't say anything bad about Amarillo because his favorite guy in the world that he likes to,
Hey, no. Listen, I won't say anything bad about San Antonio or Poteet, but
I love you, Chayton, but San Antonio is a shithole.
I just know Amarillo is the place where they buried all the ET cartridges, like back in, that's where they buried the Atari ET game. That's where I know Amarillo, because like they had that landfill and they buried all the unsold ET.
Listen,
Sorry, I'm nerding out.
I love how we go on this fucking tangent
hold on.
and we're into fucking Amarillo.
Lubbock, Texas, one of the greatest things to ever make it in history came out of Lubbock, Texas. But that'll be the day that he admits to that. That was a good segue.
So we can
we got
back to wrestling?
Yeah, right.
Well, the best current superstar in WWE, Raquel Rodriguez, I believe, was from El Paso, I believe. So
Gerard, I see Scotty Too Hottie on local news.
Like I said, the last show that was done up there was supposedly somebody who's working that show that we both know and committed an act of violence against somebody when he wasn't even still working for the company. And that
they saw how Gerard refereed on that show, and then they said never again. We're never.
They saw Gerard referee on that show of a hate crime.
I was gone. Hey, I was gone. Now, I'm saying, listen, okay, to get back to the modern era, and what I've watched the past couple, like I will say this one thing last night. I was pleasantly surprised that Chelsea Green was out of her walking boot and that black outfit she was wearing last night.
Oh, Jesus.
Jacob, in your words,
Wait. Those are two. Okay, I won't do it again.
Now, here's the thing. Like, Chelsea Green on TV is always great. The fact that she now is we had the backstage debut of Blake Monroe. And it's gonna go the way again.
Visions of sugar plums are dancing in your heads, aren't they?
I mean, it's beautiful. It's just I hope this they're featured every week together.
That's a YouTube thing, John.
Like Blake Monroe is great. Chelsea Green is great. But yeah, let's put Lash Legend in the match. Let's have Lash Legend have a match for the title.
See, the thing.
Hold on. Do you not like Lash Legend?
No, I mean, I love a little bit, I like a little bit of Lash in my life, it's all good.
I
But,
would let her spank me and walk it dry. There's nothing wrong with a Lash.
Look out for the new "Spank Me and Walk It Dry" shirt coming out soon. Wow.
I'm just saying listen.
I will say this. She's better than her old partner.
Look at him over there
She's
biting his fingernails going, hey.
Well, hey, just so you know, my better half walked out of the house. not because of that comment. She already left. I would not be saying that if she was here.
Spank me and walk it dry.
Dan.
So,
like you never said that
hold
before.
on. If I'm going to be honest, right? We want me to be straightforward. You fucking asked for it. Spank me and walk it dry, insinuating that she's going to spank you and you're going to shit your depends or something shit like that?
Nope.
yeah, well, was she walking dry is the question.
Shit.
How's my audio this time?
Hey, because I'm saying okay.
Thank you, Nine Toes. Absolutely.
What I mean by that
How's
is
my audio sounding? Do I sound like shit? Do I sound like shit?
she
You
would
sound
spank
a
me
little
and
robotic.
I would wet myself so she could walk it dry.
So you'd piss yourself.
No. At 53, I don't take long to do that.
So yes, Nine Toes, gooning has no age.
Well, listen. Show up in the first 10 seconds. I'm not sure how good this is really is. But I'm saying is the fact of the physicality of some of these women nowadays. You just look and say, and when they looked half what decent. You just say, "Yep, listen." It's okay for men to fantasize. It's okay. It's okay for women to fantasize. It's okay. But I'm just saying, hey.
And we're here with Basic Facts by Gerard.
That's okay. It's okay. Listen, as we get older in life, we can say, you know what? Sticks and stones may break my bone, but whips and chains excite me. It's okay. I'm just saying the fact, though.
Did you just make like a Rihanna song reference? Isn't that a Rihanna song?
No. That's
That's a what the huh?
That is so 2025 now. She's in the past.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No. Lash Legend's old enough.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
All right, so going back to Lash Legend.
It's not okay to fantasize? Wait a minute. It's not okay to fantasize? John, I'll tell you this right now. Stay away from the high schools.
Jesus Christ. So Lash Legend, there's not really much more to say after that one. Lash Legend is
you just keep
okay.
digging that fucking hole, Gerard. You just keep digging that fucking hole.
Oh, yep, yeah.
Look, I took my headset off at Last Legend's old enough. So we've heard Spank Me and Walk It Dry.
Yeah, that's that
girl's old enough.
Okay, listen, Michael Hayes is not a part of this podcast. We need to establish that. No, but listen, Lash Legend.
Well, he does sound like a WWE writer right now, so I guess he's who you.
I mean, listen, it's okay, for Lash Legend to have that opportunity. It just, having Tiffy time as the champion.
Wait a minute, Jacob. If I can somewhat think about Lash Legend, the way you talk about Nia Jax.
Hey, listen, I don't talk about Nia Jax all that much, she's not like most girls, like she had that.
You will let that woman sit on your face and not have any complaints about it.
Well, yeah. Well, the sky is blue and the fucking the sand
Water's wet?
yeah, water's wet. I don't know, like what is it supposed to be a
Apparently,
gotcha?
so is Gerard's ass after being spanked.
What?
He
Did
said
you
the
see
sky is
Tiffy?
blue, water's wet, and apparently Gerard's ass is also wet after being spanked.
Yeah, Gerard. I don't
Hey,
know.
wait a minute, hold on.
I don't know about
Jacob,
that.
I'm going to get Dan right now because if you really want to talk to Trips and say, Trips, does Dan like to be spanked? She would probably say, no comment.
No, I would just say no. That's not a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Trip spanks
I'm with-
Dan
I'm-
when he,
hold
when
on.
he needs it. You know.
I'm what you
He
call a
deserves it.
man. I don't need to be spanked. If anybody's doing any spanking, it's going to be me. That's what I do. I don't
Trips
need
just
to.
beats him up.
All I hear is
Trips
this.
just
I
beats
see,
him up.
all I see is
That's right.
I see is Gerard doing this. Oh.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on. You've seen my hands. Wait a minute. You've seen them before. I can hold my own when it comes to hands. Okay.
You sound like you hold your own quite a bit.
Hey, listen. I hold my own the way you do your driving. So give me a break.
Let it go. That's so 2025.
We won't go there, right?
No.
Only guy I know who gets lost driving in his own town.
Hey, I mean, I like don't even know like my cross streets or my house most of the time. Like I'll just be like, yeah, you just turn right, and then flippity do.
Hey, Jacob, what do you do when you come to a red light?
Oh, when I'm on my bike?
No, when you come to a red light, what do you do? What are you
I don't.
When you come to a red light, what are you supposed to do?
I mean, generally you're supposed to stop, but
Tell that guy
I
that.
don't.
What happened?
I mean, I have an electric bike, so I don't really like crosswalks are just
That's
a
a
suggestion for me.
How long is your extension cord?
What's up?
How long is your extension cord?
Oh, it's long enough, baby. Now, remember when the show was about wrestling?
I do. I
do. Remember when Brock Lesnar unretired this week?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Can we talk about that? Because that's crazy.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it. So again,
Thank you for keeping us on track, by the way.
I wholeheartedly accepted the fact that Brock Lesnar was done. I was like, all right. Now, generally, him leaving his fucking gear in the ring is what caused me to have that conclusion. I'm just of the belief if you're gonna do a fake retirement, don't do the fucking leave the gear in the ring. Don't have literal fans.
Time out.
It's
time out. I don't think it was not a fake retirement. I think he legitimately planned on retiring, but
you think he got called back?
He did the X cross thing. That was supposed to be the universal sign of this is not a work, and that's when Heyman lost his shit. So I think it was legit.
I think
so.
TKO.
The Saudis.
No. I think TKO fired about 6 people to bring Brock back.
Hey, I'm going to put you like this. He retires, and then they're going to do a storyline with Obafemi.
Did you say
They
Oma?
have nobody. They have
Did
nobody.
you say Oma? Did you say Oma?
Oba.
You
But
said
they-
Oma.
I said Oba. But they have nobody.
Omaha
to go
Steaks
Oba.
over here.
Think about it. They got nobody to go against Oba. Who? Brock is the only guy his size. You're not using Omos, so you can't even have him go against Obafemi. Who the hell are they gonna use against?
Why are you so fucking drawn to black on black crime?
No, what I'm saying is the fact of they put the cart before the horse. They didn't think ahead.
I legitimately think this is either like that. This was always the plan that this was going to happen, and we're going to get a trilogy, and like Brock's really going to retire in Minnesota. Or what just happened is that like he literally retired on his own, and then TKO said, "Oh no, you're under contract, sir."
Bullshit.
And,
I think they said, okay, you retired. What if we give you this much money?
Well, and again, like say
6
we
or
have
7
the match.
people just got fired, Jacob. I mean, fuck that. These guys.
I mean, again, the New Day got sacrificed for Brock to return. Is basically what is happening here. Now, again, like this Obafemi Open Challenge really had no like staying power unless they were gonna build up something new, or unless they were gonna have him, build to fucking challenge for the title, because there was really no other way this could have gone.
Roman,
And-
I'm coming for you at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's like, again, Oba, like people. I hear conflicting reports, because I hear that his accent is fake, or I hear that like his accent is real, but like he embellishes it a little bit. I've seen an interview with Obafemi before he became Oba, the chugga chugga chugga, whatever the fuck this is. I know for a fact that that's not his real accent. And it's like,
when they gave him... Okay, baby Gerard, you're going to bitch about someone's accent? Okay, well, Kofi Kingston wasn't really Jamaican.
Okay, but listen.
I live near the beach.
Chad Gable isn't Grande Americano, so what are we...
You damn right he's not.
No
one is a
Kofi
Grande Americano.
Okay, yes, but Kofi Kingston, they presented him from Jamaica. He is from Jamaica. This is a Jamaican-born superstar. And then one day out of the blue, like, Triple H is like, aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? So... like, they're presenting this guy from Nigeria, from Nigeria. Oh, I'm on the ruler. And then, like, it's, again, like, is that really how
you're aware that
talks
there was
in
another
real
guy named Apollo Crews who they did the same Nigeria?
I gave Big E the steal, and he will never disrespect me again.
Like this.
I memorized that promo word for word. It was during the pandemic era.
The one thing that Obafemi has going for him, and you guys, is he gets the crowd involved. I will say he gets the crowd involved, and that's what you want.
You know who else gets the crowd involved because of a stupid fucking song? Trick Williams.
Yes.
Whoop that. You know what? His chant, and I'll just finally say it.
It makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense.
Why the fuck do you want someone to say whoop that? Your name is Trick.
Hey,
whoop that Trick. Like I
said before, where they fucked up, and I'm gonna say it, where they fucked up with Swerve Strickland, they've redone it with Trick Williams.
They've done it worse.
Let's just say what it is.
Well, and literally Swerve had a really great theme song, and they fucking
let's talk about it
again. Yeah, well, again, Swerve had a fucking great theme song. They changed it.
Wait a minute, with all that money behind me, could you make the crowd cheer for you?
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Again, Trick coming out there with Little Yachty has helped him immensely, because again,
I agree, and I think Trick is an amazing athlete for the short term he's been in the WWE. I don't agree with it. I don't like Trick Williams I don't like the gimmick. I think you got someone like Carmelo
You don't
Hayes.
like the lemon pepper steppers?
I don't.
You like the lemon pepper steppers?
Tell them you think it's stupid. Don't just say it over there. You tell them I'm stupid, because I'm the one who looks like I'm the only one thinking stupid in this house.
Think about it like this, okay? How much? Let's just say it like it is. Between Swerve, Trick, and Booker T, both Swerve and Trick are a reincarnation of Booker T.
Swerve Strickland in no way, shape, or form is fucking Booker T. You have lost your mind.
Booker T. Booker T had great matches. Oh well, Hobbs.
Are we comparing the? Look, I'll just say it like it is. Are we comparing black talent now? Is that what we're just doing? Comparing them because of black talent?
Well, no. Hobbs and Jacob Fatu were prison cellmates. Apparently, that's the story they're running, is that they were,
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, John. Just so you know, you're calling Trick Williams sounds like a pimp, but in the words of a famous guy, pimping ain't easy.
Well, and listen, with the gimmick that Trick Williams is trying to do.
To John's credit,
yep,
they're propagating on a fucking.
It's true. It's true. No, what he's saying is true, because again, if Trick Williams is going out there, he should have women around him. I'm just saying, if this is the gimmick.
Well, and they're saying, I know he's with Lash Legend. That's great and all that, but they're having to come out there with it and have this.
And is he a face or is he a heel? That's what I'm saying. We're blurring the line with a lot of this shit.
No, I don't even mind that. I just don't get it. Like the chant makes no sense.
He works as a heel, but his gimmick is a face. Think about that one.
So, okay, if I'm going to be critical of someone, and I'll just put it clearly, I'm very critical of Darby Allin, right? Very critical of Darby Allin. and that's because of his body size. And that's just like, me. This is my opinion. Fuck anybody who disagrees. That's your.
Jacob's
you
bigger
can have
than
your.
Darby Allin.
I am way bigger than Darby Allin. I know that for a fact. I've met
Rick
Darby Allin before.
Williams has the perfect body, has a great look. Jesus, has a great look.
You scared me now, Jacob.
I'm sorry, I had to.
So Trick Williams can slap your ass and wop the stains up. Okay, anyway.
No, he's not really my type. No, he's too tall.
I love you, Jacob. He has again great body, great look, great. He does exude charisma.
He's Virgil with dreads.
I don't like the fucking character. I don't. If he were to come out, and again,
Did you just say he was Virgil with dreads? Was that
Yes!
What the
Virgil with
fuck?
dreads.
I'm not a fan of the character. Even in his in-ring work, that trick shot finisher does not look like it KOs. I use what I call the DDT rule. The DDT rule states that if it hits like the DDT, they're not getting up. I feel like he
You
throws
have the
that.
no-sell. You have the no-sell running rampant in wrestling today. Could you imagine guys back in the day not selling the DDT?
Oh, you get fired immediately.
No.
If I owned a company and you
Jake
fired,
Roberts would have pissed in his mouth, literally and figuratively, because he was on drugs at the time.
now let's look at let's look at someone. Y'all brought him up. Swerve Strickland. The JML driver looks like it fucking hurts. The frog splash he does looks like it fucking hurts. But more importantly, his fucking signatures, when he hits you with that drive-by kick, looks like it fucking knocked you the fuck out. 3 moves, one guy, looks like he could finish you from anywhere in the ring. Trick Williams looks like a superstar.
Well, Trick
That's the
Williams,
problem.
again, I mean, it was kind of obvious with his match with Sami Zayn at WrestleMania is that he's still green in the ring. Like he's not polished, if you will. He's not.
And
like,
you're right,
you know,
but again, I think they're pushing some of these guys, and you can look great, but it doesn't mean your fucking in-ring work is there. It just isn't, and that's my opinion about Trick Williams. Am I going to sit here and say he's not over? That'd be a fucking lie. He's absolutely over.
Hey,
Absolutely.
he's one of the only things on SmackDown that is over, to be honest.
Hey,
the
guys.
whole show.
I just want to break in there for a minute, and I just got something on my phone. And I know it's not wrestling related, but the United States of America and Iran look like they have a deal, and it could stop the fighting in the Strait of Hormuz. And I just wanted to give you guys the update that shots were fired near the White House when they announced a deal could be coming.
I just want to say this is all psyop bullshit. This is what it is.
Hold on. There's something we do. Okay, we now have an announcement after what Gerard just said. Gerard's announcement. The Strait of Hormuz T-shirts will be out in a week. The Strait of Hormuz T-shirts will be out in a week.
But I'm just saying is the fact of,
I'm glad. I'm happy. Maybe the gas prices will come down.
Correct. And that's why I'm like, and I look
and
like
again, if when you save a little money after this deal, remember us here at the Marks Podcast and the Strait of Hormuz.
I look at it like this.
The Secret Service has apparently taken down a gunman on the west side of the White House after he fired multiple
why
shots.
was there a gunman on the day that they're supposed to have peace? I don't.
Along with everything that goes on, I can say if something like this can be accomplished, maybe WWE can drop their prices too.
What the fuck?
If I could change and you can change and we can all change.
That's like, okay, that was like when I forget who it was. I forget what his name was.
Rocky IV.
It's like that one dude on Dark Side of the Ring, like where he was the guy who fucking exposed the business on fucking 2020, before Dave Schultz slapped that dude. What's his name? Eddie Mansfield. Eddie Mansfield. That's like Eddie Mansfield. That's like Eddie Mansfield. That's like Eddie Mansfield. Abraham Lincoln Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, but he forgot to free the pro wrestlers.
Can we have 17 seconds of silence? because that's about how long it took for Ronda Rousey to fake her fight last week.
Oh, I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, we don't even need to talk about that. Like, again, Ronda Rousey is fucking gross. The fucking, she hasn't fought. She sucks. She's just an asshole.
The worst part about all this right now, the worst part about this entire show right now is nothing he's saying is untrue. She is really an asshole.
Ronda
Rousey does suck. Gina Carano, I love you. You're amazing.
17 million people at one point tuned in to Netflix.
Yeah, and
Gina Carano is an amazing human being. Congratulations to her for all the hard work she put into it to waste 17 seconds of her life. Please give Perry Caravello back his guitar.
Well, again, like, look how bad I'm dark. I'm in the void now apparently because my light source went off. But literally, this whole thing was rigged from the start. It's obvious, and it's just kind of sad.
Hold on, did this motherfucker really just go? Maybe if something like this peace deal could happen, WWE can lower their prices.
Okay, but you remember I showed you that video last week of the ticket prices for LA.
I just said it.
Listen, the fact that Jake,
hold on, it's a Festivus miracle.
Well, and you have this fucking mush mouth idiot Jake Paul come out there like, yeah, no, Dana White needs to, watch his ass, because this was a big success, and it's like, yeah, it was a big success. Yeah, no, there was no one there.
So almost 16,000 people showed up in 19,000 seats, which
CM Punk was there, and he looked like he was fucked up. He looked like he was fucked up on drugs, which I don't blame him. Like, I don't blame him.
And he said he'd be home in 20 minutes. He knew it was rigged too.
Look at John's comment. That's great.
That up.
Well, and again, right after she got submitted, they hugged, and Gina was smiling. Gina had the biggest smile on her fucking face. And that, like, again, I don't know what people were expecting. And I really, like, if that's what you spend your money on, that's what you spend your time on. I hope you're doing well mentally, but to see fucking washed up fucking douchebag Ronda Rousey, like, even in any capacity these days, like, she's just an unlikable asshole.
Hey John, I just want to say this, Jacob. We can keep it to the woman who works in the ring and stuff like that, but let's not insult the mom. Because
I'm insulted the mom. I'm insulted her.
She still is the mom and something like that. Let's keep the mom part of it.
No, hold on, Gerard. I will say this.
Well, how old is she? Like, what?
Hold on. I will say this. You're promoting a fight.
Yes.
And as a whole thing, they were promoting a fight. And all I hear is Ariel Helwani asking her for the 50th fucking time, Ronda, are you gonna come back to wrestling? Are you gonna fight again? What we would love to see you. You look so great. No. And instead of saying and bowing out gracefully and saying, I fulfilled my dream. I did what I needed to do. I turned the clock back one last time. I got that stink of defeat off of me. I needed this for my own mental well-being. Because I almost unalived myself by losing a fight one time, and I was so upset. I almost because I have the greatest coaches in the world, and blah blah blah.
When my 3 salt tanks,
Hold on. Instead of saying anything of that, even something of that nature, she comes out and says, "I want to go home and make some babies."
Well, I mean, literally, like, isn't she like in her 40s now? Like, any type of baby she's gonna have now, it's gonna be a retard factor. Like, again,
Jesus Christ, fucking!
I'm sorry. I take that back. It'll be a special. Baby.
Look, the kids can be born from a 40-year-old woman. That's not the issue. My issue is I don't like Ronda. That's it. Point blank, done.
Hold on. Let's equate it to the fact when Brock Lesnar won his UFC fight. And he said it right on the air, live.
I'm going to go home and throw my wife.
Yeah. And he flipped off the crowd, too. Keep going.
When he said it, how many of us like, yes, somebody who finally says truly what he means. I'm not mad what Rhonda says. I'm going to go home and have more babies. All the power to her. No big deal. Here's my problem is with Ronda Rousey.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold on. My problem.
This is the same motherfucker here who on a regular basis says shit like, I can't stand the women's wrestlers. You can't push them for shit because all they want to do is get pregnant and ruin the storyline.
No. Hold on. Here's my
all the women want to do is Becky Lynch wants to go get pregnant.
Man, all Ronda Rousey has ever said, okay? She's bad-mouthed professional wrestling her whole life.
Yeah, and that's why I like
bad-mouthed it, okay? Because all it was to her was the paycheck. It was a paycheck to her.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with her saying she wants to go home, be a mom, and stuff like that. But you know what? Most of us get Netflix for a very limited amount of money. My wife pays for it, so I don't even know what it costs. But I'm saying like this. It's like when Mike Tyson was fighting for 90 seconds and people were getting mad because they were paying to see his fights that didn't even last one round. When it comes to Ronda Rousey, is she Mike Tyson? Not even freaking close. Not even in the same ballpark, the same arena. No, she's not.
She's not even fucking Richard Colon.
And we can talk about Ronda because Ronda is connected to the thing we love, which is professional wrestling. My issue with Ronda is she will always think that she's a bigger deal than she is.
She didn't
hold on. I'm going to give her the credit that she deserves.
But she didn't have the heart for the business.
What she is a pioneer of MMA. There would not be a women's MMA in the UFC if it was not for Rowdy Ronda Rousey. She also carried that company at a time, and she stood toe-to-toe with Conor McGregor and carried a company on its back into a lucrative next generation.
But the second she lost, everything got fucking
exactly. Second she lost, she decided that she was bigger than the sport and she was bigger than anything else. My problem with her is she took something that people deal with every fucking day. Anytime someone fights, there's a chance you're going to win or lose. You don't know. That could not be your day. And she sat there and glorified it and glorified the fact that the second she said that her mental health almost caused her to do something and let's just say it, eliminate her life, is the second she never should have been allowed to get back in a fucking cage, a ring, anything ever again. Because if losing, which happens to everybody, let's just say it like it is, everybody loses at some point in their life. But to sit there and say that losing a fight, losing at and failing at your job one time is cause for you to unalive yourself, I would have never sanctioned her ever again or for her mental health.
Again, she's a fucking baby. That's what it is. She's a fucking egotistical baby. And every time she's ever done an interview, every time, even when she was in WWE and she was going into the main event of WrestleMania, she was doing these interviews if realistically,
finished in the main event.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because she was realistically, none of these women can touch me. So, it's all fake bullshit. She even said that in a promo leading towards WrestleMania. Well, it's all fake. Nothing about this is real. So, I'm legitimately,
not the only one, and I see that on a daily fucking basis. I need a safe space and a pizza party. That's what's going to make me feel better. What the fuck?
Well, and literally, every single interview about wrestling to her is oh yeah, it's fake. None of these women are real athletes. Yep, I'm real. Yeah, I'm real, and this is all fake. It's fake. And it's just okay, well then, how the fuck am I supposed to invest in this person? And
holy shit!
What happened?
Do you follow Jessica Carr on Twitter?
Yeah.
She just posted a photo, and she is looking jacked.
Dude, she's fucking doing some acrobatic type shit,
Bro, no, I'm she's got fucking triceps on top of triceps right now.
Oh, dude, she's jacked, bro. If you see her Instagram, dude, she's going hard.
Good for you, Jessica Carr.
I've been saying it for years. Yeah. Every apartment building smells like urine south of Boston. Damn.
I know, that's why Gerard smells like urine.
Well, and here's the thing, like, I mean, fuck, I mean, we got on Jessica Carr now. I lost my train of thought. You know, I just want to,
No, and like I said, I don't know Ronda Rousey, but the person she portrays in the
is a douchebag.
Yeah, she's a fucking
douche.
dick.
Yeah, she's a douche, and I knew when this fight was coming in, like, it just smelled. It smelled like a payday. It smelled the fix was in, brother. When you're NWO,
we watched the whole card. Not one fight on that card felt compelling. I didn't want to know more about any of these fucking fighters. The only person that came out of that whole thing looking like $1 million was Platinum Mike Perry. But I love Platinum Mike Perry. Mike Perry's a fucking dog.
And here's the thing, like, you can talk shit about the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, or the Jake Paul was it Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? Or was it no, it was Jake Paul. So you can talk shit about all that, because I'm convinced that was fucking staged too, because again, like, you could see Mike Tyson was holding back that whole fucking fight. Like, again, he could have ended it any fucking moment. But again, he was bankrupt, he had to get fucking paid. I think Gina had to get paid. And
I think there could be something to that. I'm not saying this is all speculatory, right? We're not saying this is true. We're saying this is as an opinion.
I'll say it's true. Fucking sue me, Jake McGovern. I say it's fake.
We here at the Marks Podcast are not saying that. We're saying that it's speculatory.
It's all bullshit, and you fuckers are gonna pay.
But the fact that they kept bringing up that, Gina doesn't need money. I don't think she does. She got money from Disney. She got money from all the other shit. She won the fuck. I don't know. I just know that it was lame and a waste of time. Being an avid viewer of the UFC, being someone who watches that shit, and has religiously been a fan of the UFC since the fucking early 90s. I've never that shit that Netflix put on was nowhere near the spectacle that the UFC does. UFC handles it professionally, and it looks like a legitimate sport, and that's what they've always wanted. How the fuck do we get on these tangents? and where's Trips to fucking put us back on track?
Well, Dan.
Well, we could talk about he's big, he's bad, he'll body slam a country buffet. We could talk about
I thought when you said he's big, he's bad, I thought you were gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on. It's cool. He's cool. He's cocky. He's bad. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's big. He's bad. He'll body slam your dad, and a whole country style buffet. Mason Rook on NXT.
And that's another. Okay, so I would love to talk about that. Do you know who we're talking about, Gerard?
Nope.
There's a gentleman in NXT, and when Trips gets here, I'll get her to pull up a photo of him by the name of Mason Rook. And I think that John in the chat, I think that Gerard, I'm hoping that you agree with me, Jacob, when I bring this up. We watch wrestling as an escape, right? That's what we watch it for.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So when we watch that escape, we watch it almost like it's it's entertainment. It's entertainment, but it's also a sport. When you see someone who's a pro athlete, right? They have to look a certain way, they have to carry themselves a certain way, right? You watch Michael Jordan. For me, it was Troy Aikman back in the day. Watching hockey I love the goalie Eddie Belfour, and Mike Modano. Darian Hatcher is probably my favorite hockey player of all time. Somebody that we could all agree was great was Nolan Ryan. But these people carried themselves a certain way, right? They carried themselves and they looked the part.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk Nowitzki, someone who carried himself as a professional.
Jinder Mahal,
And then I see this guy walk in, and I'm not going to sit here and say that he's not athletic. I'm not going to sit here and say that he can't perform shit. I'm not going to say that he's not talented in the ring. What I'm going to say is he looks like your fucking garbage man. He has baby face. He doesn't. He
looks like a 14-year-old kid who went to McDonald's and is getting he's waiting in line for a little, the dollar menu quarter pounder. Like, he literally looks like that, and it's sad. Again, I'm not trying to shit on someone, for their appearance.
But I have to.
In a visual medium, you should look the fucking part. You should look like a guy.
Jacob, what I'm saying is, if I'm going to be a guy who's being honest and straightforward, and I shit on Darby Allin all the fucking time, I do, and I admit that, because he does not look like what the wrestler of today should look like. He does,
Dan, hold on 1 second. It's not so much the fact I could kill less kid if he looks like the wrestler of today. Okay? If he looks like a fucking wrestler.
I do. I care that a motherfucker looks like he should be wrestling. I care that a guy goes in there.
He doesn't look like a wrestler. You know what he looks like? Okay? He looks like the guy that's selling the crack on the corner down the street from, pick your city.
I'll be honest. Darby Allin looks like the guy that's at the gas station huffing paint over there by the fucking trash cans.
No,
I'm sorry. That's what a guy looks like to me.
Literally, and this guy, Mason Rook, looks like the guy who would sell me.
He looks like the guy from Cops who they arrest all the time for selling crack.
Well, and literally, wait, Ice Cube's son is a writer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. O'Shea's on the writing team now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck yeah, good for him. I love O'Shea. So.
Well,
I wouldn't call him a failed. I wouldn't call him a failed actor.
Taking a bump writing.
No, okay. So
That's
John,
true.
hold on, John. You're right, and that's the thing. But at the end of the day, John, you're not wrestling. Gerard's not wrestling. Jacob's not wrestling. I'm not wrestling. There's something to be said about exclusivity. There's something to be said that, you know what? I'm sorry, brother. You're just not the guy for the part.
Yeah.
And I get that. Like AEW does a great job of making their wrestlers look huge. One perfect example, Powerhouse Hobbs, Royce Keys in WWE looks tiny. That is not a tiny man, but he looks tiny in a WWE ring.
Well, especially when he was up against Gunther, like he definitely looked tinier. But like also,
man, I told you before, and I'm going to tell you again. It's a 2-foot difference in size inside that ring. And how much is that 2 feet?
Now, what I'm saying is, Darby Allin works his ass off. Yeah, he does. There was a movie years ago called Rudy, and he got to play one game. And how heartwarming was it that Rudy got to play in the last game? Oh, but Rudy didn't win the fucking Super Bowl. Rudy played one fucking play. All right. So
and he was the only guy to ever get carried off the field in Notre Dame's history.
And good for him. He earned the respect of his teammates. But it didn't mean that Rudy was the fucking MVP. He earned the respect of his team. And Darby has that, and good for him. But it doesn't mean that I have to like Darby Allin. It is subjective. It is entertainment. And what you like and what I like is going to be different. Now, going back to NXT and this fucking Mason Rook cat, okay, I don't like him. I don't like his singlet. I don't like the way he looks like a teenage boy. I don't like anything about the guy. I like that he looks like Piper Niven. I don't like it. I don't like anything about him. I'm sorry.
You know what I like what you just said, though? Tomorrow night we have a pay-per-view. And the Darby Allin story is over tomorrow night.
I'm hoping. But either way,
100%.
Before we get to that, though, don't ever. My camera on real quick. Come on. Give me a second.
I will say this while he's doing that.
Will you look up Mason Rook, please?
So here's the thing with Mason Rook. Again, I get it.
Hold on, Jake. I want to say we can say whatever you want. Let me just say this. Don't ever let anyone tell you who you can and can't like. It is your choice in entertainment. It is your choice what you want to watch. And furthermore, because I'm so sick of this decisions of WWE, I'm not watching Saturday night's main event tonight. I'm sure Gerard's going to tell me whatever the fuck happens, and I'm sure I'll see highlights. I have no desire to waste any more of my breath on WWE. In fact,
look at Lee's comment. Look at Lee's comment. How true is that comment?
Mason Rook. What I will be doing is the fucking Fortnite stream later when I'm going to put on Twitch. That's what I'll do. But I'm not watching fucking or wasting my time
Fortnite
another second.
Balls.
How would Vince have used Royce Keys?
Yeah, look at that. This is the guy. Look at this guy.
Okay,
now,
well, how Vince...
Okay, hold on. Say what you want about Tony D'Angelo. He looks like a fucking wrestler. He looks like he belongs in the fucking ring. You may not like the way he talks. You may not like him.
He looks better. He looks better than he did.
Compare him to this guy. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, again, with Mason Rook,
seriously,
I'm sure he's a nice guy. Again, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I'm sure he is.
But it literally looks like Piper Niven had a sex change and got her tits removed, and this is the end result. This is literally what it is. And again, I know, like,
Now, Leland,
he may be the greatest wrestler of all time. He may be great. And again, what I saw in that match was good. I looked more at Cam Hendricks than I did fucking this guy, because Cam Hendricks actually looks like something.
No, hold on. Now, to what Leland's saying, I'm happy that Darby is getting his flowers. There are so many people in wrestling that never got those flowers. Yeah. My favorite fucking old-time wrestler from back in the day, Jake the Snake Roberts, never got his fucking flowers. William Steven Regal never got his fucking flowers. Fit Finley never got his fucking flowers. But you want to know the difference between all those guys and this fucking guy? And Darby, for that matter? They looked the part.
Again, we're not putting the world title on Spike Dudley. I don't think, that's essentially what they did here.
I know that your fucking newer fans are going to be like, this is not right. Everybody deserves a trophy, and everybody...
Go back and watch Spike Dudley matches. For anyone who says that shit, go back and watch Spike Dudley, the bumps he took. He's literally Darby Allin today.
He is.
Yeah. So again, what pissed me off about Darby Allin is like, I really don't see that comparison.
Hold on, Jacob. I will say this: if I own a company and a motherfucker is so loyal to me that he puts my flag, not his own name, not anything else, he puts mine. That's like saying, Jacob, you took a flag with my fucking face that said fucking Rebel Media on it and put it on the top of fucking Mount Everest. Brother, you're going to win my world title. Motherfucker, you're going to win my world title.
Yeah, but you know what's great about that is AEW never highlighted that. They never fucking showed footage of that on TV. They never fucking mentioned it. They were just
mention it every fucking week.
Yeah, okay, but Tony Schiavone on commentary. Darby Allin, he climbed Mount Everest. It's like that's nothing.
No, they mention it every fucking week. We don't see footage of it.
They don't. Yeah, we don't see footage of it, so that's what I'm saying.
But we damn sure saw footage. Hold on.
That should be the opening of Dynamite. Darby Allin putting the flag in Mount Everest should be the opening of Dynamite.
Hold on. But we damn sure see fucking footage of him setting his brother on fire, don't we?
Well, yeah, setting his brother on fire, setting his nuts on fire, fucking shoving hot peppers up his ass, whatever the fuck he does. It's ridiculous. So again, I love Darby Allin. That's great. He got a fucking Employee of the Month award. That's basically what he got. But it's again for him to win the title on a random Dynamite.
What I will say is, it has made a hell of a storyline. And if MJF wins tonight,
is it a hell of a storyline?
It is because they kind of booked themselves into a corner here. Think about this. Just hear me out. I am okay with him being a transitional champion, not a long-term champion. But you had a guy who is basically your mascot. Let's just call Darby what he is. He's fucking the mascot for AEW. He's taken, no matter how hard he works, he's taken blow after blow. And MJF being the slimy piece of shit that he is, I love Big Hebrew. Don't get me wrong. I love Big Hebrew. Everybody knows how much I love Big Hebrew.
Oh, did you see how
I think the name of this episode has the words Big Hebrew in it.
I just love how he bitched out. He bitched out Ariel Helwani during his interview. He was like, he's like, what? He's like, you think people don't like you because you're Jewish?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy
Ariel Helwani was like, yeah. And then he's like, no, I just think because you suck.
But basically is going to be full circle, and he won, and good for him. Give him that Rudy title run. I don't need to see Darby Allin hold that belt again. He makes a fine little TNT championship. Hell, if they want to bring a cruiserweight title to fucking AEW, great. Let him be the king of the cruiserweights.
They honestly should. I mean, with how many people they have and all the fucking useless titles they have, they really should have cruiserweight division.
I'm gonna give you guys like this, okay? I want you to think about something. Think about some of the best professional wrestlers ever been. Bret Hart, Kurt Hennig, Ted DiBiase. Okay, some of the guys in that category. Rick Rude. They were only in the 240, 250 pound weight class, okay? Not much bigger than MJF. But all those guys that I just said had the ability to, whether the guy weighed more than them or less than them, put the guy they were wrestling against over.
John, whoever said that's a fucking idiot. Just gonna say it plainly.
Okay? Bret Hart even. They had the ability.
Wait, did you just say Bret Hardy?
No, Bret Hart even.
Oh, fucking Christ.
I'm saying is,
Who's Bret Hardy?
I'm saying is the guys today, how many guys today, no matter who they're working with, can make it believable that the guy that they're wrestling against, they can put over?
Gerard, who wants to, in this day and age, who wants to put over anybody?
Can we go back to Arn Anderson's comment? Where he didn't.
Arn Anderson commented in the chat?
No, where he goes back and he says he didn't need to be the top dog.
No, he didn't. He didn't. But again, we live in a selfish generation.
And I'm saying is,
I mean, what does Arn Anderson really comment about like the the flavor of his food these days? I don't really think like
Jacob. What I'm saying is, Arn come out and he actually said, "I knew my place was never to be number one. I knew my place was always to put other people over." And you know what? And he said it, and he even come out and said, "But I made a career out of putting other people over." Today,
it's like Ric Flair to Bret Hart. I sold tickets. You sold sunglasses.
And I'm saying is today, give me the guy who can have that career where he can enhance other guys and enjoys. I hate the Miz, but guess what?
Miz is probably the closest. Yeah,
correct. He can enhance other talent. There is no more enhancing other talent guys. I think Miz was the last one.
But Gerard, that leads me to this, Gerard.
I will say this.
For enhancing.
Gerard has a point.
Hold on. For
Gerard
enhancing talent, wouldn't they need to do something? What do they need to do? House shows.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. What are they going back to do? What did we call for? What did we call for?
Now, listen.
6 months ago,
here's the thing.
What did we call for? To go back to doing house shows. What do house shows do? It gives guys who aren't on TV all the time chances to better it. Hey, and girls, just so you know, I'm not discriminating against you. Guys and girls to get better at their craft, hone their craft. You know what? The people who go out to the house shows can see these people. Like I was telling somebody, if you're going to be a Friday Night SmackDown or Monday Night Raw, you're doing the house shows. If you're not going to be on either Friday night or Monday night, don't do the house shows.
Well, then here's the thing.
That way,
the great thing about house shows is that you could see like certain shit that will develop later for TV.
Wait a minute.
Like, here's the thing.
Hold on, Jacob. I just want to say this one thing about John's comment last right there. It's like the kids in Little League and Senior League who everybody gets a participation trophy.
Yeah, they stopped.
Hold on, we got another announcement. We got another announcement coming out. The participation trophy T-shirt will be out next week. The participation T-shirt will be out next week.
Well, but here's the thing: like in house shows, you got to see like something that would develop until TV. Because I remember I went to a house show about 20.
Who was that guy that showed up to the chat the last time Jacob was here?
Oh, Ribshot.
Yeah, Ripshot, who thought that Gerard looked like Billy Gunn. Yep. And that being said, we do need to put this out there. We're going to put this rumor to bed. Gerard is not Billy Gunn, but he is the Billy from Billy and Chuck.
And he is an ass man.
Yes, if you know what I mean. He does talk about ass and stuff being cleaned up out of his ass constantly. He is... and being spanked. So yes, Gerard is,
and having him walk it dry apparently. But anyways, like house shows used to be, because like I was at a house show probably like 2012. It was like probably the summer of 2012. I was 11-year-old Jacob out there in the stands, probably with my
I just got
John
the
Cena,
greatest
my John
idea.
Cena T-shirt.
I just got the greatest idea for a T-shirt. A picture of Gerard holding 2 ketchup bottles that say one says Cena and the other one says Cener.
That'd be great. Which one? But so it was Sammy Callahan. I'll never forget this. It was Sammy Callahan against one Johnny Curtis. And when Johnny Curtis came out there, he was dancing. And like people were so fucking confused. They were like, what is this? But it was right before Johnny Curtis became Fandango. So he was out
You
there
mean
like,
JDC?
dancing. Yeah, JDC. Remember that great retirement match he had against fucking, who did he retire against? Eddie Edwards? Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, I saw pre-Fandango. This wasn't even like Fandango. Like they didn't even have the name for it. It was Johnny Curtis out there dancing around against Sammy Callahan. So again, that's why house shows are important, because you can see shit like this. I remember one time on a house show, I saw Kane versus CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. And the whole match, everyone was chanting, "We want AJ. We want AJ." And all AJ did was come out and skip around the ring. Like, that's it. And then she left. And they got the biggest pop of the whole fucking night because everyone wanted to see AJ. So my point is, house shows work. Because, again, if you want to get someone like Kit Wilson over, if you want to get fucking male Piper Niven over and Mason Rook, if you want to get this guy out there, then please do some more house shows. Again, we got the John Cena Classic coming up. Remember that shit?
Thank you very much. It's the John Cena Classic. Thank you very much.
The John Cena Classic. And, of course, Mason Rook is going to be a part of this. And, of course, Gerard is referencing Dean Ambrose's famous gimmick from 2019 where he would wear a mask
and get stuff put in his ass.
Yeah, got stuck putting his ass. And, hey, this was before COVID, though, so he kind of was on to something. So he was like, like right before COVID, he's like, "Oh, these fans are disgusting." Well, there you go. I just told Gerard. So, I fully believe that Mason Rook will win this John Cena Classic because John Cena tweeted about him. And can we talk about that too? Because again, that was one of the things that Mason Rook did in his debut promo, was mention that, John Cena knows who I am. And like, it got no response because like the crowd's like, what? Who the fuck are you? Again, the NXT audience is like the most fickle fucking audience in the history. Like these are the same people who cheered for Blue Pants. All right. So like, are we really going to take their word for it? I don't know. I feel like Gerard and Dan dipped out. Am I wrong, Trips? I don't know.
You're never wrong. They abandoned you. Oh, he's back.
It happens, it happens too much. But yeah, I mean, we're literally living in a world in wrestling where Mason Rook is going to take the title from Tony
But it's fan
D'Angelo.
voting, right? Isn't it supposed to be fan votes? So there's a chance.
Yeah, fan. This is the John Cena Classic.
I was gonna say, we're not confused with the John Cena Classic, are we?
No, but like Mason Rook immediately is put in the NXT title division, and he's going against the worst NXT champion that's ever been. Like,
Don't talk about Tony D'Angelo like that.
There's no debate about it. The worst champion in WWE history, the worst world champion that's ever been presented. It's sad that they're having, again, gender bent Piper Niven go up against him. But like, again, we're led to believe that this is the threat. This is the guy who's going to take the title off fake Italian dude. And then we got Evil. We got Evil from New Japan there. And again, it was a joke like 2 years ago, like when WWE did the NXT 2.0. It was a running joke like on Twitter. Well, I mean, I can't wait till they sign Evil and put him in Chase U. And it's like, that's kind of what we're getting now, because literally Evil is in NXT. And again, we're talking about the most WWE-ified New Japan wrestler that's ever been. Because if you look at Evil's matches, he's very coded in WWE style. He's not like when he became a double champion in New Japan, when he became the IWGP World Champion and the Intercontinental Champion, people were confused. So, and this is just Japanese fans. Again, New Japan Twitter is not that active. Again, they don't really go against something they don't like. And this was something they didn't like. So, again, we have Evil as Naraku, going against Tony D'Angelo and Mason Rook. And I believe Andre the Giant himself would be like, what the fuck is this?
Aw.
Fat guy. That's basically what Andre the Giant would say. And what is this? What?
Trips knew who it was.
I do.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, what is that?
I don't know.
That
Oh, they did a movie called Superfan. Oh yeah, no, Superfan. The story of Vladimir just came out on WWE Vault, and it's probably one of the best documentaries they've ever done. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, they're never going to do a documentary on the green shirt guy who just shows up on every fucking show. Like again, like this guy, he just has that money like that. No, this motherfucker's a plant. But like Vladimir was not a fucking plant. This was a fucking super fan. That was a real super fan. But like all these guys, like they're just total. They're obviously know people who know people.
Hey,
Just
Trips.
like, yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
see John? Hey, John Ricciardi, check this out. Hold on. Who's that, John?
Andre.
No, I want to see if John Ricciardi knows who that is.
Who is that?
I just got to hold up there another second. Let's see if John remembers who this is. John, who's that?
Yeah, John's right. It is definitely one of the best documentaries I've ever done.
Yes, it was John. He got it.
I knew who it was. I wanted John to say it.
So
So let me ask you this, Gerard. Seeing how the current landscape of wrestling is, had not all the bullshit happened, how do you think Mel would feel about today's wrestling?
that's a good question.
I
think he'd be
all the
upset.
bullshit aside. All the bullshit aside, do you think he would still be involved, or do you think he would,
Well,
yeah.
First of all, he'd be 76 years old, so I don't think he'd be involved.
Yeah.
But I think his feeling about it would be laziness, extremely laziness. And they don't work today for appreciation of the business as opposed to appreciation of the paycheck. And unfortunately, we just can say that's not just like that in wrestling anymore. In all forms of sports, entertainment, it's appreciation of the paycheck over appreciation of the business. And it's sad because let's just put it like it is. In professional wrestling, the fans make the business. The other four major sports, I don't know if the fans make it because they're all unionized. So whether the fans are there or not, the union, where in professional wrestling, the fans in and of itself make the product. Without the fans, there is no product. Do they always go out of the way to make the fans happy? Absolutely not. And you can hear that in the other four businesses. What do you always hear about the four major sports about? We're doing everything we can for the fan experience. Everything we can for the fan experience. In wrestling, I don't know that you might have 10% of the wrestlers today care about that fan experience. And that's only because they were raised in the old school way. the old school wrestling schools, the old school dojos and stuff like that. You have to be trained by an old school guy to really appreciate the old school way. And it's a dying breed. It is a truly dying breed. Where all these new guys out there and stuff like that, the way they train and stuff like that, they're not trained the way they were back in the day.
Yeah.
And it sucks because you can see it with the product. And it's not, listen, and if you think I'm just knocking WWE for this, no. It's across the whole industry. The whole industry suffers because you're not trained properly. Now, and to give you an idea of that, you get drafted by a Major League Baseball team. You hit their spring league. You hit their double A. You hit the single A, double A, triple A. Then you become a Major League player. You go through basically 5 scenarios to where you got to get bigger and better. NFL, you get drafted in the NFL, you got 1 shot at it. The NHL, you have 2 or 3 different things you can go through to get to the NHL. The NBA has different things you can get into. You get the G League and stuff like that where you can be part of for training purposes. Professional wrestling, look at what you have. You have the independents, you got the performance center, and then you get the big leagues. And you don't have the independence, performance center, stuff like that, all training you the same way.
So, like, what you're saying is, like, it's safe to say, like, Mel probably wouldn't be involved in the business, but he would probably be doing, like, seminars or, like, you know, like, he would be, like, you know what I mean? Or, like...
Jacob, let me put it like this. Any new person coming into the business today, you know what I'd be telling them? If you're going to give it your heart and your mind, go and do it. If you're just going to do it to give it your body, stay away from it. Because if you're just doing it to beat up the shit out of your body, you're in it for the wrong reasons. If you're just in it for the paycheck, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
If you're doing it for the thrill of doing it, and because you truly love it, because let's just be honest with, there's nobody that goes into any business and stuff like that unless you're truly like willing to give your soul to the business, because you, at the end of the day, unless you own the company, yeah, you just get the paycheck, but you still want to see the business succeed because that's your livelihood. And anything that can affect your livelihood, you want to see succeed. You don't want to do bad. You want to do good, because the more better it does, hopefully the more money you'll make.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, and that's the thing to where laziness with everything you do. If you're going to be lazy about it, you're going to approach it half-assed. You're going to get out of the wrestling business everything you want if you approach it half-assed and lazy. You'll get everything out of it. If you approach it with heart, like they can tell you, we can teach you every move. We can teach you promos and stuff like that. Nobody can ever teach you heart. You either love it or you don't love it.
Well, and what I was kind of like asking is just like, because we see all these wrestlers, like I saw like Thea Hale. I got blocked by Thea Hale on Instagram because she made a whole post like crying about how she was being bullied and how, you know, she's a 22-year-old girl and how, you know, the bullying gets to her. And then she proceeds to post like very cringy stuff. And I'm just like, well, I'm like, you can't really cry about being bullied when you post this, you know, cringy stuff. Like, people obviously are going to pick something about it. And I got blocked for that. So like, my question is really like, I don't know, like the social media aspect today, like, I don't like, how would you feel like if you were back, like, let's just say like back in the day and, you know, you and Mel were hanging out and someone was filming a TikTok, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things to where Why do I need to have a job to where everything I do is under a microscope? I mean, everything I do is under a microscope. In the world of professional wrestling, everything you do is under a microscope. And let's just go back to the Ludwig Kaiser situation. This shouldn't even be a story. This is a guy defending his girlfriend. Oh, because of public displays of affection? That is ridiculous that we're even talking about that in 2026.
Well, even with the back at like a couple weeks ago with that CM Punk incident with that WrestleMania where he fucking smacked the fucking phone out of the dude's hand. You know, it's like, you know, it's the same thing. No one was filming fucking Macho Man and fucking Elizabeth making out in the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I guess my question would be like, do you think Mel would like have a problem with like kayfabe being blurred as much as it is, or like
he went out of his way to make kayfabe? He went out of his way to.
Well, okay. So to that same question, we've danced around it, and I know that I've gone back and forth, and I know now I'm strictly in the court of someone like a Jim Cornette who says that the death of kayfabe was the true, slow, and painful end of wrestling. What do we do to get that back?
First of all, and
I'm sorry I was gone so long. I did enjoy watching father and son here have quality time. That was beautiful.
I know I should have played some violin music. You know,
the problem, and I hope you guys both understand this when I say this. It's like with real journalism. Who wants to get the story out first? The world of professional wrestling has gone the ways of, and that from that scumbag in Oakland, California, to another.
About Dave Meltzler, everyone. That's who he's talking about.
Another asshole right outside of Buffalo, New York.
Bixton's band?
Nope, that's Long Island.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
I need a drink.
Mushnick?
I'm kind of thirsty.
Oh, Thurston.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who can get the story out there first?
I still love John Pollock, though. John Pollock, you're a sexy beast.
I look at it like this. Getting the story out there first, and the sad part is whether it's right, wrong, indifferent, and stuff
okay,
like
so
that.
yeah, I'm glad you added that. So here's my issue. I don't give a fuck if the truth is out there. The truth should be out there, right? There should always be accountability. If you're doing something stupid or you're fucking up, absolutely. But it's when they do get the first person to get the story and they're wrong and they are fucking so deadpan on saying,
and they won't admit it. They won't take it back. They won't take the story back saying, hey, we were wrong on this. They won't take it back. They'll keep it out there and then just change the narrative a little bit. You know, let's just say it like it is. For all these people out there, and we can say it because we got one of them here, who hate Vince McMahon, you'll cash that fucking check. Because when you talk about Vince McMahon, you get your clicks and stuff like that, and YouTube or whatever like that wants to send you that paycheck, boy, you'll put it right into the bank off that man, though.
I don't cash a check off Vince McMahon.
No, I'm not saying you do.
That video wasn't monetized, Dick.
I'm saying is the fact of these guys will make a living off a guy that they hate. But the
Opie Hughes video that's coming out soon will be monetized.
I'm just saying is the fact of whether they're right or wrong about Vince, they'll take that check and cash it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what the sad part, and that's the sad part about that is. People don't understand, and I think we've said it a million times in this show.
Professional wrestling would not be where it is today without Vince McMahon.
Okay, but
Vince has like you can't argue. You can't argue Vince has like a cult like mentality around.
No, but Jacob,
people.
hold on. We always do this. Jacob,
okay, yes, we do. But here's the thing: he has a point though, because like fucking
No,
Vince
but this
has a
wasn't
cult.
about fucking Vince. We were talking about what
Okay,
what could bring.
but we can't talk
hold on.
about wrestling without talking about Vince at
No,
some
I
point.
get that, but that's not that. Yes, we can. We can absolutely talk about wrestling and not ever talk about Vince McMahon. Fuck that. The man does not own wrestling. He has nothing to do.
I'm
with
joking. I'm
Okay.
joking. But like,
Hold
here's
on.
the thing.
But you know, you motherfucker. That's just my hot button issue. You know this. This is why me and him fucking go at it every fucking week.
Here's the thing.
Gerard, I asked you a simple question.
Yeah.
What can we do to bring kayfabe back? You danced around fucking journalism and bullshit. I'm with you.
I'll tell you this right now.
Hold on. No,
You want to
sucked
bring
me in.
Kill the
Vince
internet.
back.
Kill
Bring
the
Vince back.
internet.
You sucked
I would say
me in.
bring. You want to kill kayfabe? Bring Vince back full force. Bring him back. Mr. McMahon coming out there strutting. No fucking.
Jacob, no. because I'm saying is, here's the other thing is you can't trust anybody today either. There's
No,
backstage
Gerard,
force.
no, don't you dance over this. You fucking. I asked you a question. You fuck, and all of
I
a
said
sudden
to you.
I asked, what do you do to bring back
Unplug the
kayfabe? And you
internet.
go, and I'm with you. This is how good he is. This is how fucking good he is. I'm with him. I'm on board. And he's like, fucking Meltzer, fuck that guy, Bixen span, fuck Thurston.
Unplug the internet.
Hold on. We're getting there. We're doing this. And then he goes, Vince McMahon is not the enemy.
Unplug the internet. That's what
Couldn't resist. Couldn't go. What had me, motherfucker? Hook, line, and sinker. I'm in it. I'm with him. I'm ready to fucking. Let's go to war. Let's fight these motherfuckers.
Now look at it. If you have Vince McMahon come in like as the you bring him in right now in WWE as the authoritative figure, like, hey, I'm gonna kill the internet.
Listen, guys, I want you guys to listen to this, okay?
I would watch
This
that.
would work.
What would you both do if tomorrow night in New York, no chance in hell?
I would do this.
I would turn I'll tell you right now, if Vince McMahon showed up at AEW, I would turn off my television. You two can do the show without me. I will never watch wrestling again.
What about
Here's
Shane?
the thing: like Shane showing up would have done AEW.
That is
great business.
different. I respect Shane. If Vince McMahon, look,
I think
you
Shane leaked that picture. Shane leaked that picture that went viral with him and Tony Khan. Shane,
you know what?
totally
This is how you get kayfabe back. This is how you get the realism back. You hold motherfuckers accountable. You put it in their contract, ironclad. If you leak, and that's every member of the company, from anybody. And that goes in the contracts. When you go into a fucking building, if the fucking janitor leaks some shit, his ass is terminated. I don't want that in any kind of.
I want you to hear something.
Dude, I want to get a job as a janitor for WWE.
Well, no,
just
I
'cause,
want
like,
you to hear
that's all I would do is just.
I
leak shit
remember-
at speed.
I remember
I'd be
times
the worst.
when you walked into a building, cell phones had to be shut off.
There weren't cell phones back then.
No. Cell phones, no.
Okay, Gordon Gecko.
No, listen to me. Cell phones had to be shut off or turned in. Because
I'll tell you, and I'll tell you all right now. If Vince McMahon ever and I'm not talking about Shane, but if Vince ever shows back up, and again, and I'm not talking out of both sides of my mouth. I'm saying I don't think Vince had anything to do, and this is my personal fucking opinion, with that crazy bitch in the lawsuit. I don't think he does. I think that he's getting fucking rolled up shit creek without a paddle. I think
He told her no chance in hell.
okay. Do I think he's a scumbag and done horrible fucking things? Absolutely. Do I think the way he's treated his kids over the years, per fucking interview and per his own fucking mouth, is fucking deplorable and disgusting? Absolutely. If that motherfucker shows up in AEW, if Vince McMahon ever shows up on a program again, I will never watch it again. You two can have the show. I'm done. I will never fucking be on the show again because there's nothing I can talk about. Because right now, I don't really feel like watching WWE. Care less. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They're going to have to do a lot of work to get me to be interested. And if AEW,
Well, it's beautiful. What do we have? Cody Rhodes and Gunther feuding over what?
all I gotta say is this, okay? If that's really the way you feel about that man, why do you still get the tattoo on him? On you?
because one, it costs money to get rid of a tattoo, but two, I will never deny the joy that man brought me. I'll never deny the fact that as a kid growing up, in a very fucked up situation. He is responsible for that, and it's a constant reminder every time I see it.
Is McMahon, or are you pissed at Mr. McMahon?
I'm pissed at the man himself who did all these horrible things.
No,
Hey, no, don't you? If you're going to ask, I'm going to tell you. I'm pissed off that a guy that I looked up to, a guy who I respected, a guy who I thought of as a fucking inspirational figure who came from nothing. Look, he didn't fall into fucking money for all people, again, to do the research and everything about the motherfucker. He didn't come from money. He was born, he grew up in a trailer park. He was abused. He went through all kinds of shit. His mother sexually abused him. His sister and her boyfriend did things to him. All the things that happened to him,
You didn't think he was a pervert?
Hold on. He went through all this shit, this horrible stuff, and he rose up and he did something amazing. And then he created this great company and did all this stuff.
That's beautiful. He created everything, but like I'm never gonna do a storyline where I want to impregnate my own daughter.
I understand that, but Jacob, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about me as a fucking 7-year-old kid thinking that this is the cool, like this guy did this. And whenever I'm in a home, in a household that is all yelling and screaming and violence, and I have a person in my family that's just utterly destroying our family, and the only time that we get peace from the violence is on Monday nights because hold on, because a man named Vince McMahon made something amazing. And then I go in my future and I'm always the biggest Vince advocate. It's just a character. It's just a character for us to put together and watch the smartest woman in the world put this documentary together, and you find out the truth about what he really is and how he allowed people and used them, spit them out. And again, I will always say the catalyst for my hatred, and that's a big word because I don't hate anybody. I really, that's not something that's in my vocabulary, but I hate what he is, because a beautiful human being, in my opinion, in my belief, in my heart of hearts, I believe, took her own life after she raised her daughter to the age of 18 because of the things he put her through.
Well,
yeah,
I got to tell you this. So, born and raised in Pinehurst, North Carolina. Just so you know, and I haven't told you guys, I will be going to the Outer Banks Monday for vacation. Because, yes, I'm on vacation from work again.
Great show on Netflix, Outer Banks. You know, you got to watch it. No.
Yeah, Dan, I'm on vacation again. So we're going to go to the Outer Banks. I just looked how far Pinehurst was. I'm not going to go towards it because it's too far away. But I will be in North Carolina. And, you know, when it comes to all this stuff, you know, when you look at the overall health of professional wrestling, is professional wrestling healthier without Vince McMahon financially?
I think that when you ask that question, I think that that professional wrestling is alive and well and doing a wonderful job.
No, I said financially.
I think I think professional wrestling's flourishing. If anything,
creatively,
I think the WWE is floundering.
Now we both agree on the fact of if he could be there just for the business part of it, the business end.
I don't even think they need that. I think what they need with Vince,
we'd have cheaper ticket prices. We'd have
when we went off, Jacob, you saw last week when we went off the air, he asked me what could they do to change it, and before he let me get the answer out,
so John,
okay, I said Triple H needs to walk out that door. Okay, Triple H needs to walk out the door.
Well, I mean, it was said like when the text got leaked out, like Triple H was going to walk. He was like, you know.
So I don't want to leave John hanging. So we did the looking up on Ashley Mazzaro and the story with her and what happened when her in Kuwait, and it was horrible and it was disgusting and it was wrong, and it to this day gives me a retching feeling in my gut.
Well, and I remember, like, even
she took that information to Vince and the rest of them, and they blew her the fuck off and said, "Well, you know what? We have a relationship with the United States military. We don't want to mess that up."
Well, and I remember, like, even back then, like, again, I'm not that old. I'm only 25, but like, I remember even back then, like in 2008, like wrestling forums, like that's kind of what was rumored. Like,
So they
then.
actually came out and they actually came out and admitted that it actually happened. All these years of them trying to cover it up, and that was under Vince's rule, Vince's regime. They tried to cover it up. So she, Paul London came out, and I believe his side of it. I believe that he's telling the truth.
Man, can we get Paul London on the show, man? Like, I would love that.
Paul London came out and said that Ashley would call him and tell him about how Vince would keep coming to her hotel room. Because he wanted to, how he kept trying to get her to get on the jet with them and all, and again,
that ass.
Well, we talk about the shit with Grant. I believe that she was someone who took the money. Oh hell yeah, I'll do this. I'll sleep with this creepy old bastard because I want the money.
She took the money and he reneged on the agreement, and that's why this lawsuit is happening.
And so exactly. But I don't think Ashley did. I think Ashley had a fucking better value in herself, and she didn't.
Well, and Paul London literally said like that. Like, again, I would love to have Paul London on the show, not to discuss this fucking particular issue because, again, it's such a, but he even said, like, yeah, he was, she was called, like, multiple times to go up to Vince's room. And, again, it's all hearsay. Again, Ashley Mazzaro is no longer here. So, again.
And I'm not going to speak ill of her. I will never speak ill of her again.
I won't do that either. But, again, a lot of the evidence points towards this being real.
Here's the question for you both.
You know what I mean? Because Ashley Mazzaro, if you ever see any interviews of her, she was never like, she was
and the
Survivor.
thing is this: she wanted to be better at her job, and she asked them to let her get legitimate training, and they wouldn't. And she suffered from concussions and injuries because they wouldn't let her take the time to actually learn. She was never meant to wrestle. She was meant to be a spokeswoman for the company. She had a great look. She was beautiful, well-spoken, did everything right. And then when they said, okay, we're going to have you wrestle, in the contract they said, we're going to have you wrestle. She wanted to do it. She's like, okay, let me get better at it.
I just remember, I'll say this. Hold on, before you say anything. I remember back when I was like, I was probably like 6 or 7, but I'll never forget it. It was like on a pay-per-view event. It was like on Great American Bash 2007 or something like that. But Maria was doing a segment in the ring, and then Ashley came out and was like, hey, how would you like to pose for Playboy? And then, like, the whole crowd fucking erupted. And, like, it was great. And it's just like, like, even I remember as a kid, I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, what does that mean? Dad pose for Playboy? And my dad was like, yeah, they're going to get naked. Because my dad was always
again, like, this is.
Let me.
You asked me earlier, Jacob. Hold on, Jacob. Earlier, you asked me, you and Gerard were asking me how I feel, and I got this tattoo and what this. And again, you're talking to someone, and you're 25. I was 13. I was 12. I was 10. I was 5 years old. I didn't understand the world as I do as a man. So looking back, and you see the world through a different view when you're stupid as a kid and you don't see what's really going on. You said it yourself. What does that mean, Dad? I didn't know what it meant. And to go back and to relive my childhood and this guy who I thought was oh my God, he's I had a pretty good understanding of life to understand that this wasn't real, and that guy made this all happen.
Hey, Dan.
So then to find out that that's the boogeyman, wow.
Listen, I literally have a Prince tattoo, and I see people every day trying to slander the name of the fucking purple one. And
let me just say this before we go. Rena Mero, $18 million. Okay. And we've never learned why she got that $18 million.
Because she took it like a champ.
But,
we need a Seinfeld meme after that.
I'm just saying, $18 million. Why did she take the $18 million? Is it because she did the deed? That's all.
Or is it because she knew something that none of us knew?
Well, I would say Noam Dar just returned to NXT, so I'm fairly confident he knows where some bodies are buried because that motherfucker has been employed since Obama left office. So like,
well, okay, so then Gerard, I'll leave you with this. Noam Dar got hired back. He was accused of doing stuff. How many skeletons do you think?
Austin Theory too.
Hold on.
Don't forget about Austin Theory.
Go. Hey, we can end with this. Velveteen Dream. Steel.
Oh, come on.
Get back. And he got found not guilty.
How many skeletons are really in that locker room?
A lot.
Well, remember Enzo's coming back too. Like, remember that was the whole reason why he got fired because he had a allegation. Lion hoe out in Phoenix gotta get my consensual penis. I remember that rap.
Then how many people actually want to admit that there's skeletons still there?
All of you Marks have been listening to the Marks Podcast on YouTube.